Almost all of us have to do it. Change our clocks twice a year, spring forward and fall back. But it turns out most British Columbians aren't fans of the time change.
Useless. It's because, what is it for? We just lose an hour and gain an hour for no reason, right?
It was a way of conserving rations back then, which has absolutely no bearing in 2019.
A survey from the province found 93% of respondents want to stop the clock change and to make daylight saving time, our current time zone, permanent. That means sunrises in the winter would happen later, around 9 a.m. in Vancouver, but sunlight would stretch further into the evenings.
I think it's should be fine. People will adapt anyway.
I think it's a great idea. That way kids can stay out longer and play. Parents don't have to rush home in the dark.
I like not falling back. I like having more time in the evening. It's one thing going to work in the dark. It's terrible coming home in the dark.
But there are some that like the time change and its benefits.
I guess it's better to get sunlight early because it's morning, so everyone wants to start a day by seeing sun.
Those championing the changes, though, say they have the evidence that permanent daylight savings is the way to go.
The biggest thing we truly found was the number of workplace, vehicle, and accidents that really do happen around the time change.
When we switch over in the spring, we're imposing effectively a 1-hour jet lag on the entire population. And that results in, unfortunately, more accidents and even fatalities. And the empirical evidence on that is actually quite compelling and strong.
With the overwhelming agreement, the province says it's heard the response.
Seems that the moment is right for it to go forward, but that really does depend on the American Congress. Although all those states, Washington, Oregon, California, have said that they would like to stick with daylight savings time.
The province says it's in talks with our southern neighbors. An American senator has already signed on to champion the bill. If it falls through, though, would BC go it alone?
One of the advantages that we have is in business, we're all in the same time zone, and if we were to do it on our own, it just wouldn't work. So we're not going to do that.
The Premier will be speaking with his counterpart in the Yukon as well at the end of the month. But don't hold your breath on avoiding a time change this year. The clock is ticking. We return to standard time November 3rd. Leanne Young, CBC News, Vancouver.